Dogboe. There was a lot of hype around this fighter. The first time I've heard of him was when he fought, or when he was about to fight, Jesse Magdaleno for his WBO SuperBantamweight title. So I watched in preparation, just to get to look at the guy, I watched that Juarez fight, Cesar Juarez, and I knew that I knew this guy from somewhere. I just wanted some name recognition, because really looking at Dogboe's record before that, I believe he has fought mostly in Ghana. I'm assuming maybe domestic rivals or opponents, just opponents brought in basically to lose. I don't know, I don't really know these guys, and I'm also not like the biggest fan of these weight classes, really. Not that I'm not a fan, but I'm not as knowledgeable. But I watched that Juarez fight and I like Dogboe in that fight, you know. Like looking at his size and looking at his knockout ratio, you would assume that he's a puncher. A little puncher, you know, not necessarily a boxer, but in that Juarez fight he was a little bit more well-rounded than I had assumed. He did a good job with his pressure. He was able to force aggression out of his opponent, counter effectively while still being the aggressor. And with power, obviously, a very good body puncher also. And that he proved against Jesse Magdaleno, man. He went to the body. After early trouble, even in the abilities that I saw against Juarez, I thought maybe that step up to Magdaleno, who I was pretty much impressed by. And by the way, Cesar Juarez went the distance with Nonito Donaire. That's probably why I knew the name, you know. Or I was somehow familiar with the guy. But I was impressed with the champion, WBO champion, Jesse Magdaleno, because in winning his title, I believe he won his title of Nonito Donaire, and impressed me in that fight, you know. A very physically strong fighter. He was able to counteract Nonito's left hook with his own southpaw right hook. All in all, was able to bully Nonito, you know, and he himself is a very good body puncher. He has a little bolo uppercut to the body. Left hand uppercut, I believe. Yeah, Magdaleno is a pretty good fighter. Couple of defenses into his title reign, he faced Dogboe. And Dogboe, I don't know if he was the underdog coming in, but I believe he got stunned early in that fight, but was able to recover. In his youth, showed the ability to persevere under adversity. Anyway, found his way into that fight, and it seemed like Magdaleno got broken up by the body punches over the distance, and he also got dropped pretty heavily, I believe 5th round or something like that. Dogboe down in round 1. Oh yeah, he got dropped. I said he got stunned. He got dropped actually for round 1, and Magdaleno got dropped in the 5th, and twice in round 11. But that's when the job was already done. You know, Magdaleno, he was kind of forced to start boxing, and I'm not sure if that's necessarily like Magdaleno's style. You can tell, like, even with his brother, they're physically strong fighters. I think that's more their B game plan to box, you know. They're really actually coming to do damage, you know what I mean? But I think Jesse is the more talented of the two. Diego might actually be the more awkward, more of a point scoring fighter. Doesn't have the power of his younger brother. It seemed like at times like Magdaleno, that fight was forced to fight. Dogboe was in his ass. Pause. And he was doing his best to box, but he got broken down and dropped and stopped viciously to the body, especially, you know, got badly hurt to the body. So yeah, man, Dogboe was on his way. So he looked impressive in that fight, and a very good fight. Like I said, he overcame adversity. And even watching that fight, like a little of that rawness, really the reason why I actually picked Jesse Magdaleno. I wasn't too sure about it. I said Dogboe is a live underdog, but there's vulnerability there, you know. I don't know how he's gonna react if hit hard by a strong super bantamweight. He looks short, you know. I don't know if he's necessarily small, but a little short. But he overcame, man, and actually his own physicality and his punching power and his work rate, his body work, you know, that was able to overcome Magdaleno. His first defense, man, he fights Hidenori Otake. This dude went the distance with Scott Quick a couple of years ago in when he was a champion. Was it at bantamweight? I could look it up, but let's just like fucking wing this real quick, you know what I mean? And he stabbed the dude in the first round viciously, you know. Was it a left hook? I think so. Yeah, man. Dropped him, stopped him. Yeah, and also, like I said, Cesar Juarez, he stopped the guy, he TKO'd the guy in the 5th round. He went the distance with Nonito a couple of years ago, in 2015. So, yeah, maybe Nonito that already was in decline, a little bit in a weird spot at the time, coming off getting schooled by Rigondeaux. You know, so many people were talking about Dogboe being, like, I actually made the same comparisons. Watching in the Cesar Juarez and the Magdaleno fight, I thought to myself, it's obvious the comparison you're gonna make. Azumah Nelson, a young Azumah Nelson, that's what I was thinking, you know. The Azumah Nelson that fought Salvador Sanchez, a very green Azumah, not the professor yet. In later years in the broadcast, you can still on YouTube watch it and listen to it. Ferdy Pacheco was always very high on Azumah, talking about him and Julio Cesar Chavez being like the most well-rounded veterans in the game, you know, craftsmen. Maybe that had something to do with them having the same trainer. I don't know. Maybe Pacheco is somehow involved in there. But yeah, I can see what he was saying there, you know what I mean? Chavez's technical skill always is a little underappreciated, you know. And Azumah's as well, I guess, you know? I don't know. Azumah was a great puncher, very good technical fighter, you know? Counter puncher, all that. Body puncher, physically strong also, you know? Jeff Fennick kind of outstronged him in that first fight, out-physiqued him, I don't know. If you watch Azumah against Salvador Sanchez, he's a lot more raw, you know? And that's what Dogboe reminded me of. Dogboe at times will square up, jump in, stuff like that. Maybe that's his size, reach disadvantage. But there were flaws that weren't hidden enough, you know what I mean? Maybe not necessarily like totally taken advantage of by the fighters he had faced. But yeah, anyway, man, many people were making these comparisons to Azumah Nelson. Maybe they were a little early. And maybe I'm the only guy that had it right, you know? He reminds me of a young Azumah Nelson. Azumah Nelson that got stopped by Salvador Sanchez as a late replacement. You know, you gotta also say that. Dogboe, man, in early December he fought Emmanuel Navarrete. And I don't know that guy. I don't know that dude, you know? He's 1 loss on his record, 26 wins, 22 KOs. Seems like a puncher. But who had he faced before Dogboe, you know what I mean? I don't know these dudes he was fighting. I don't know, you know what I mean? I guess that was his first step up. 24 years old, young fighter. Like, I've watched that fight against Dogboe, but it was kind of on in the background, you know what I mean? I have to maybe rewatch it. But one thing I was seeing is that Dogboe wasn't only getting outboxed, he was getting beaten up drastically, actually. Looked to me like that fight could have been stopped. I have to rewatch it, like I said, but at the end of the fight I was thinking to myself, this is looking like Trinidad Vargas at the end, you know what I mean? Not that bad, obviously, but still kinda rough. Like a young fighter being taken advantage of, being thrown in with something he can't handle. Cotto Margarito-like. It's weird that the fight seemed to be close. Dogboe obviously went the distance. Maybe that had more to do with also Navarrete's inexperience. Maybe he wasn't going as hard for the stoppage. But I've seen like Dogboe catching shots all day. And that was rough to watch, man, for especially a young fighter, you know, seemingly having a tactical disadvantage, not being able to pull the trigger. Also, it was very odd, not being able to make up distance effectively, you know, to get his work in, very rushed when attempting, and then also not really being precise or effective, you know, more brawn than brain. And like I said, man, against Magdaleno and Juarez, there's more to Dogboe. So it's a little surprising, but then again, you can't underestimate, I guess, this guy Navarrete. Maybe he's not as bad. Who said he's bad? You know what I mean? It's just that hype was going hard for Dogboe, man. Yeah, he got beaten up, but he went the distance. Unanimous decision loss for Dogboe. 115-113, 1-2, 160-112. So it seemed closer than what I'm saying here, you know? What you would assume from what I'm telling you. Yeah, man, but Dogboe, look at that. 5'2", and NAVARRETE is 5'7". Obviously, reach advantage too. And that dude looked lanky as a motherfucker and also like awkward. Dogboe was clueless against the guy. A lot of hype on Dogboe, man. Let's look at this real quick. Yeah, Dogboe vows to reclaim WBA title for NAVARRETE. According to the once beaten boxer, he plans to make changes. He intends to move his training camp to California and hiring a nutritionist. While the broadcast was going on, they were talking about Dogboe and his dad not really being willing to. I believe it's a family thing. Like everybody in his training camp is related to him or something. You know what I mean? He only like spars with his family. I don't know. Yeah, man. Guess you gotta branch out, you know, go to California, spar all these Mexicans, you know what I mean? Hiring a nutritionist. Dogboe can't make the weight? And he's a small dude to begin with, man. I don't know if he's the type of dude that's from a skill perspective and size perspective is able to be effective in multiple weight divisions. Really muscle bone dude, you know. Maybe he has trouble making weight, man. That's crazy, thinking the other dude makes weight. I mean, both these dudes made weight, but the other dude, you would assume, would have a harder time. I could have done better, but all in all, what happened has already happened. The most important thing is looking over it and just working towards a different goal. What's that? Different goal. Working towards rebuilding myself and getting back into that groove. It sounds like tune-ups. I've already spoken to Aram. We expressed to him the challenges I faced during training camp in terms of injuries and challenges with weight loss. So right now they're going to add a nutritionist to the team. Just keep working. Yeah, I guess that's a good thing, you know what I mean? I guess the guy had injuries. If you have injuries, maybe the weight cut doesn't come as easy. You're not able to train as you want to, you know what I mean? Not really prepare for your opponent. I don't know. A lot of excuses though, right? During the fight, at times I'm able to maneuver myself and I'd go in, and then it's not getting the punches across. There was no flow. I wasn't as quick as I hoped to be. He was the sharper guy and he deserved it. Sportsmanship. I'm sure he trained well and he prepared real hard for it. If I had some struggles that I had to go through, it's all part of the learning process. The important thing is coming back stronger. Yeah, okay. The next thing will be a rematch against NAVARRETE, God willing. We're looking forward to getting it back. We'll see how I feel at the weight, and if I beat him, I'll still chase after the unification, hopefully move up. I mean, the guy is obviously looking forward as far as like moving up in weight. Featherweight, they're good fights there, you know what I mean? Interesting stuff. You know what I would like, man? It's a shame that Azumah Nelson has injured himself. I'd like Dogboe to fight him, Azumah Nelson, at featherweight. Take revenge. Take revenge for Becco. Balls. Just random. Anyway, you know, shout out to Azumah Nelson. Hope he recovers well after his eye injury. Anyway, I don't even know, like, super bantamweight, who are the champions there, you know what I mean? Where's Rigo at? Is he at featherweight now? I don't know. But as far as the rematch goes, man, they're talking in this article as if they would like to get himself back in order, go through a couple of tune-ups before going back at NAVARRETE, because in the comments they're saying he shouldn't look at NAVARRETE, that's too early, and all that stuff, you know what I mean? Got a big head, all that stuff. This kid should probably take a good year of like layoff, man. That damage he took in that fight was ugly. Look at that face, man. He was brave in that fight, but he took... Look at that, man. He looks like Timothy Bradley against Diego Chavez. That's how he usually looks. That's messed up, man. That's messed up. Both these dudes are under suspension still. They talking about the rematch and all that. Nah, bro. This dude needs to chill for a second, you know? Recover. Give his body a rest. He had a somewhat busy 2018. Yeah, pretty busy, man. Like, that Magdaleno fight wasn't easy. That wasn't an easy fight. And that Otake fight, man, that wasn't really a gauge, you know? Put the guy away quick. On the quick. NAVARRETE, man, that was ugly. Yeah, you need to take time, man, I think. He's a talent, this guy, you know? I think he has to kind of find himself. He has to watch some Azumah Nelson tape, bro. You know, because he fights like this guy. 13-0, 10 KOs, you know what I mean? Like a puppy. That's how he fights. Feel me? A young veteran, this guy. Obviously bigger dudes. Not that much bigger. Yeah. Fucking Azumah, man, he was so green in that fight. But so much heart. Actually gave trouble to Sanchez. That was a competitive fight, you know? Especially early. And I believe he got knocked out in the 15th. Something crazy like that. Lead left hook. I believe Dogboe likes to do that. They're punches, you know what I mean? I see where the comparisons are. And look at even the defense of Azumah. Very conventional. Look how wild he is. That's what I seen in Dogboe, man. That's why I thought, like, this guy, he seems like a young Azumah. So you gotta give time to these dudes, you know? Give them time to evolve. Getting boxed. Such is also something else, man. Always that bounce. Consistent bounce going. Ooh, pretty boxer, huh, Sanchez? Azumah came there to knock this dude out. Probably knew that he didn't really have the gas tank, you know? Short notice against a great champion. That's the last fight of Salvador Sanchez before his death. Azumah was very heartbroken because he wanted the rematch. Actually traveled to his grave. Actually was a pallbearer, I believe. It was Wilfredo Gomez, maybe both of them. Both were looking for the rematch and obviously didn't get it. Rest in peace, Salvador Sanchez. And you can see, like, Azumah. Look at that. That looks like Dogboe, man. That work to the body. And Azumah, he patterned his style after Joe Frazier and Muhammad Ali. You can see Muhammad Ali later on in his career. He doesn't really have the bob and weave of Joe Frazier. Very straight up, standing his ground, trying to counter. In a Danny Garcia way, like Paulo Malignaggi always likes to point out. Let's skip a little bit, but you can see how his vulnerabilities are being exposed over the distance of that fight, you know? Very talented though, Azumah. Yeah. The balance. Maybe that's the issue also with Dogboe. A lot of African fighters, to be honest with you. Ooh. Azumah loading up, huh? Success with the jab. I think you already can see that Azumah was a much more talented fighter than Dogboe. There were more aspects to him, you know? He's actually switching between boxing and brawling. You know what I mean? With a masterful fighter in Salvador Sanchez. Dogboe was doing that against Juarez. Actually similar to what I was saying about Dogboe against Juarez. With this pressure of trying to force out the lead, you know? Set himself and counterpunch with power. Good upper body movement by Azumah. That's smart actually, man, for such a young fighter. When he's attacking, you can see a little bit that unrefined falling over his front foot. Oh my god, got hit with a big right hand. It's getting pinpointed now. Sanchez getting his timing down. Ooh. Azumah actually hurt Sanchez in that fight. Oh, look at that. That work, that reminds me of Dogboe, or Dogboe reminds me of Azumah. Relentless body work, trapping the opponent on the ropes. Relentless aggressor in this fight. If you think of Azumah later on, man, he boxes, man. Has no problem boxing. Oh my goodness. Look at these dudes, man. Oof. Oof. What a great fight, huh? Like a lot of fans nowadays, we don't go back to watch old fights. Listen to the punches. Larry Holmes on the commentary.
Azumah Nelson does not come from a poor family, Larry. His father was a millionaire. He's in the tailoring business and the fishing business. That's the end of round 5.
Sanchez was a pretty good puncher himself, man. Oh. Larry Holmes very keen on balance. Oh, absorbing too much. Oh. Oof. Sanchez, besides his technical abilities, power, all that. Very well conditioned fighter, you know. Very dedicated. Although renowned as a playboy, very dedicated. He's such a young fighter, man. It's crazy. What he already has achieved by the time. Oh my goodness. Like Azumah, he looks like a teenager.
The second one did it. The first one was a devastating left hook. The second one not so hard, but enough to put him down. Sanchez still got to be careful because this.
Look at the heart of Azumah, man. Great chin too. Good left hook by Azumah. Sanchez is a stalker and a puncher. And tired. Back to the bounce. Like a Sergey Kovalev, like we've seen against Alvarez in the rematch. Very dangerous off the bounce. When they get bouncing, that's what George Foreman always talked about Oscar De La Hoya, man. Oh shit. Oh, great chin also, Salvador Sanchez. At some point, I believe Azumah had taken so much punishment, his style become very one-tracked, you know, one-dimensional, having trouble cutting the ring off. Ooh. Oh boy. Great round, huh?
30 seconds.
Oh boy. Azumah getting a beating coming forward. Oh. 15-round fights, man. Second win, third win. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, Sanchez, man. He's pretty. Even the way he holds his hands, man. Oh, that's a black dude. He fights like a black dude, man. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This just reminds me, man, what a great fighter Salvador Sanchez was. Like, for some reason, I never got that excited watching these fights, like when I was younger. The Sanchez fights. It's not completely obvious, you know, especially for a novice, how great a fighter this dude is. You know, that bounce, boy, that bounce is something else, man. You know, that rhythm. Eventually, you're gonna find your timing of that bounce. It's that Ali bounce. It's that Sugar Ray Leonard bounce, man. Boxing is It's like dancing. Dance, I said. Oh boy. Azumah getting outboxed here. And this is the 8th round. He took a beating. And that just tells you, you know, you can actually recover. Especially Africans, man. Africans can recover from beatings. You feel me? You just gotta be handled the right way. He won his title of Wilfredo Gomez. Not totally sure though. But to get back to that, to the top, you know what I mean? Look at that face, man. Complete confidence. Doesn't even seem tired, not breathing hard. Breathing out of his nose. And watch all these great fights like James Toney, Floyd Mayweather. Like they breathe out of their nose. You know, they have their mouth closed.
Getting ready now for round 9. Nelson up off his stool early. And the champion just sits there, waits for the bell. That's experience.
They have their mouth closed, you know.
Take advantage of every moment.
At all times, man. They're constantly breathing through the nose.
The early part of the fight, it was all Azumah Nelson, but the champion has come on.
Ability also to probably relax themselves, you know, when other dudes would be huffing and puffing. Maybe from, mental exhaustion as well as physical exhaustion. Azumah got rocked there. Big left hook, man. Yeah, the left hook, man, she looks like that Oscar De La Hoya left hook. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Azumah, what a chin, but he's getting a beating. Maybe that's the ignorance of youth, but look the way he's fighting against that hurt that he's already absorbed and most likely feeling, maybe not. Adrenaline is a motherfucker. But that's what we are wishing from. Oh, there you saw a little frustration. But that's what we are looking for from Adrian Broner. And when I say that's the ignorance of youth, you could see that AB was kind of trying against Maidana in a similar situation. Oh my god. This is a beating. Look at that. This is a fucking beating, man. From the outside. Longer dude also, you know. Controlling range like a master, man, Salvador Sanchez. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at that. Right hand leads, man, all day long. You know what I mean? It's that Canelo shit, man. The masters of range manipulate your momentum. Oh boy. Hey, now I'm just watching Salvador Sanchez fight Azumah Nelson. Oh boy. And he's still trying. What a great fighter. Wow, Salvador Sanchez, man. Oh my god. Look at Azumah, man. What's hard? Both dudes still going hard, man. No holding. Relentless pursuit, man, by Azumah, but oof. Man, that's pretty extraordinary. Like the commitment by both fighters to stick to their game plan. And that must have been the game plan, but from Azumah, I don't see him deviating at all. But this guy, man, look at this guy. Complete control over his emotions. Ooh. I guess something changed here, man. Oh, the body work. Now you see Salvador digging. Oh. Fighting Azumah's fight. Fighting Azumah's fight. Did Azumah trick him? Oh, on the top of the head left hook. Whoa. Look at Azumah looks so small, like in comparison to Salvador Sanchez, man. Yeah. Ridiculous hard. Oh, big left hook. Oh. And Sanchez, he would fight, you know what I mean? As great a boxer he was, like every one of his fights, he would kind of fight the opponent's fight at times, you know? You can touch him a little bit. He is Mexican after all. Nice push off. And some George Foreman. Sanchez too flat-footed. Oh, look at that jab. Getting sloppy, huh? Who can blame him? But I believe he cleaned that up, man. You know, obviously. Ooh. Too much hopping, even like the bounce of Azumah, it doesn't seem rhythmic or something with the balance is off, you know what I mean? It's odd, man. There are great fighters still out there, you know what I mean? But are they great trainers? Like, I don't think there's as much great trainers anymore. I can't see fighters nowadays being able to fight at this pace. You know what I mean? It's consistent, you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Even like, how much is Azumah? Oh my god, the body punches. Oh my god. Oh, Nelson's hurt. Hurt to the body. Oof. Yeah, he doesn't want to take any more left hooks. I believe Sanchez just shut down like the right hand of Azumah, or the whole right side. There it was. Beautiful jab, timed him. Ooh, Azumah actually, oh! Look at him, that's like frustration. Look at that. Oh boy. Sanchez has a chin on him. Andrew Durrell would still be like jittering and shit. Oh, nice uppercut. Oh, oh, beautiful. Oh my goodness, the jab. Beautiful legs, man. Salvador Sanchez. Great rhythm. Classic boxer. This British manager is in his corner.
Okay, here we go with round 13. Championship territory, but they're both fighting like champions. Sanchez is a champion here, and Nelson is the champion over there. Sanchez came out with 2 good punches.
Oh wow.
That was the loss.
They're destroying each other's bodies. He does that punching his gloves, like the Pacquiao thing. Oh, how about that right jab, southpaw? Salvador stays in the inside. Oh, you try and set up that left hook. Getting a little lazy there. Oh, he's trying to time him. Oof. Yeah, Sanchez is a little tired, man. Oof. Oh my God. Oh, Sanchez. Look at Azumah, man. Oof. Those uppercuts and hooks. Azumah has slowed Sanchez down. Oh, great right hand. Yeah. Oh, he's hurting Sanchez, man. It's just Sanchez has one of these. He's groggy while not showing it, you know? Like Danny Garcia. Ran a chin. Zombie mode, I call it. Ooh. He's getting slapped around in this round, man. Round 13. How about it? Ooh. This is a war. Oh my. Oh! That left hook is something else by Sanchez, man. It's ridiculous power that it generates. Yeah. Comes off the hip. Like Sugar Ray Robinson against Gene Fullmer, like Oscar De La Hoya against Fernando Vargas.
There it is. He almost went down from it. That seemed to be Sanchez's effective weapon, that left hook.
That's pretty, man.
Well, we promised you an exciting night, and I think it was exciting.
Oof, did you see that, man? It looks like Dogboe against NAVARRETE.
Okay, we're in round 14. It's a 15-round fight. One more round after this.
That's the thing, man. Africans, they swell up, you know? They don't cut, they swell. Yeah, he hurt him in the last round. Oh, look at the balance of Azumah. Tired and hurt, man. Plain hurt. Only his heart is forcing him forward. But really, is it hard? Yeah, it is. But also, it's just repetition, man. You know what I mean? You're on autopilot. Oh, that jab, that in-between jab. Oof. Great movement. But also, Azumah. Oh, good shot. This is a great fight.
That's right. You can take out at any moment. Get us tired now. Oh, come on again. It's the end of the round. He's still under the gun like Sanchez. What a fighter he is. His legs are practically gone. He fell off his stool. He's a very, very tired fighter. He's got 3 minutes to go. Next fight, the Don King Sports and Entertainment Network, a WBC Super Bantamweight Championship, Wilfredo Gomez against Roberto Ribaldino. That's August the 18th.
Like Sanchez, man, he has an interesting demeanor. You know? You'd expect him to be huffing and puffing and be tired.
In Puerto Rico, Wilfredo Gomez
show some sign of exhaustion, but he looks like he's disappointed with that he's not like performing to the level. Like his demeanor is that of a fighter in his post-fight interview, and feeling like he didn't maybe show everything he had. You know what I mean? That's him in the 14th round. Azumah's last stab. Sanchez has the distance now to pick him off. You feel me? Yep. Oh boy. When Azumah starts bouncing, he's bound to get clipped, especially at this distance. Straight punches. Man.
Yes, it is. Very swollen. There's blood coming out of his mouth, Larry, as you said earlier.
Oh, that left hook. Oh, that right hand. Oh, jab. Oh my goodness, look at that. Yay. Touched up. Ooh, oh my goodness. Man. Oh, look at the legs. Oh, yeah. Such a smart stoppage also. You always think like it was so barbaric in the past, right? But it was a very smart stoppage, especially after all the damage he has walked through, you know, in the 13 rounds before this. And that's what would happen if great fighters would fight each other in the 80s and like, well, even in the 70s, and these fights would kind of get decided in from round 12 to 15, you know? Separate the men from the boys, you know, that type of shit.
Well, everybody here at Madison Square Garden very, very excited. They had a good night.
You know what I mean, kinda. My point, Dogboe and the comparison to Azumah is not completely accurate. It's more young Azumah, and Dogboe is a young fighter himself. So let's just assume that he can return to full force. Maybe not necessarily immediately against NAVARRETE, but he can set his goals, you know what I mean? It's good to have goals, long-term goals, you know what I mean? It looks like he's lost a fight to 1,000 bees. Like Tim Bradley against Diego Chavez, man. Yeah, anyway, man. Dogboe is a very exciting fighter and he definitely has heart. He showed it against NAVARRETE. Nice low blow, by the way. You know? But I'm looking forward to see how he returns and how he does. New and improved, you know what I mean? Nutrition, all control. New training environment. Getting a little bit more competitive sparring. That type of stuff, you know? Let's hope. Alright, that's it for now.